So, what's up, everybody? Welcome to WFSO Bus Talk. Of course, we're going to talk about tonight's win, 104 to 91. There was a lot of different things that was going on with this game. Like, they were finally passing to each other. More like better chemistry. They changed the starting lineup, as y'all saw, if y'all saw the game earlier. And yeah, Boston, like they rested, only one of their they Al Horford, of course, you can see did not play left toe, but Kristaps Porzingis didn't play, and I guess they just end up resting him. And yeah, and it was a very quick game, so it was like nearly like let's see, probably was like a little over 2 hours. Um, yeah, and you don't think a game would be, that short. Cause you think of games like normally, they come to end like about like 2.5 and all that. So I'm glad it was a 2 hour game. So that was some good news. The bad news was with Giannis did get injured during the game. So we'll talk about that in a second. But like I said, passing the ball, a little bit of defense. They were showing like a little bit of a double team, which was okay, but they just got to remember, to get back to that man. And I think they did that well, in my opinion. They got back to the guys, but it's like when it comes to like they shooting the three. Boston didn't do that good in like shooting. I don't think they did that good in shooting threes today, especially a lot of misses. And yeah, the only you only got like three people that was okay from the three or decent. Then the rest of them was just like hmm. So, ooh, excuse me. So yeah, it was insane. Let's get to the Sorry about that, guys. So let's get to the quarter status. Like I said, Bucks jump right off the gate. 37 to 21. Brooke was hitting his threes earlier in the quarter. Like Boston never led this game. They never did. They might have led in I see it was probably the third quarter. We'll talk about that in a second, but they never led this game. So this was the highest that the Bucks has scored, and this is the lowest that Boston has scored. Um, Second quarter, still Milwaukee was up 26 to 22. It was like it was lead. It was as far as I think it was 22 points that they lead at one point. Third quarter, yeah, there was a little bit of a slump again. Of course, Boston, trying to make a little bit of a comeback. They're tied for the highest that they score with the third and fourth quarter, 24 each. And the Bucks scored the lowest in the game in the quarter, with 15. Fourth quarter, like I said, the same thing with Boston with 24 and the Bucks 26, so a little bit better. But yeah, like I said, crazy. Well, I wouldn't say like too crazy, but it was just like one of those games they really needed. And I know some people was thinking that they probably ain't gonna win. And yeah, I was a little bit early until they got that fast start, and I guess I was worried when it came to the third quarter and fourth quarter. So you can see what I mean. Like I said, with the third quarter, it was 24 to 15. Then make a little bit of comeback. So like three of the four quarters they led this game. So yeah, let's go to the team status. We're gonna start with Boston first. You got 37 of 93 with 39.8% from the field, but might as well just say that's 40%. And as y'all can see, like 17 to 52 from three with 32.7%. Might as well say that's 33%. And as you can tell, they made 93 attempts, and that's including the 52 threes they attempt. So I guess you see where I'm going there. They're starting to get in that point that they, live and die by the 3-2, and that's what's going to really cost them, in my opinion. Like these other games to come. Um, yeah, no free throws, none at all, and the Bucks didn't make that many either. They only attempted two times, and that was with Giannis only one or two from there. So we'll talk about that in a sec. 12 offensive rebounds with a total of 38 rebounds, 27 assists, 11 steals, 4 blocks, and 12 turnovers. And yeah, we'll get to the Bucks turnovers in a minute because y'all can already see that it's getting kind of horrible. So let's get to the Buck status. Team status, I should say. 43 to 81 with 53.1% from three. 17 of 36 with 47.2% from three. And look, only one or two from the free throw. And yeah, just the referees were just letting them play. I don't know if that was a good idea or a bad idea, but so this probably be one of those games. Probably the teams and stuff like that probably will complain about, but who knows? 10 offensive rebounds with a total of 49 rebounds, 29 assists. Like I said, they have been passing, so that's pretty good. 20, yeah, like I said, 29 assists, 6 steals, 5 rebounds, and surprisingly, they won with this amount of turnovers with 16, with Chris Middleton with the most with 7, which is really don't make no doggone sense. Just insane. Okay, let's go to the player start status. Sorry, we're gonna start with Boston first. You got Jason Tatum, led the team. And I think he had the game high of 22 points, 1 block, 6 assists, 5 rebounds, 4 of 9 from three, and 9 of 19 from the field. Drew Holiday, you know, shooting slump, so really didn't make a difference. 12 points, 1 block, 1 steal, 5 assists, 7 rebounds with 3 offensive rebounds, 2 of 6 from three, and 5 of 13 from the field. And y'all thought that was a horrible trade. Derek White with 9 points, 2 steals, 3 assists, 4 rebounds with 1 offensive rebounds, 3 of 9 from three, and 3 of 10 from the field. Yikes. Like I said, they die by the three like the Bucks did, and I'm just glad they just changed their pace and stuff a little bit. The Bucks have. Anyways, Jaylen Brown with 14 points. Had the most turnovers on the team with 5, 4 steals, 3 assists, 10 rebounds. So he had a double double with 4 offensive rebounds, 0 of 6 from three, and 7 of 19 from the field. You had Sam Hauser on the bench. Only 8 points, 2 steals, 2 assists, 5 rebounds with 2 offensive rebounds, 2 of 6 from three, and 3 of 8 from the field. And Luke Cornett, with 7 points, 1 assist, 2 rebounds with 1 offensive rebounds, 1 of 1 from three, and 3 of 3 from the field. Now let's talk about the player status for the Bucks. For what they were saying, Giannis Antetokounmpo got a calf injury. So I think they had an MRI on it, but we don't know what's going to go on. So we're probably going to find out something maybe either early tomorrow or wherever the case may be. It's probably not looking good for him to play, the rest of the season. So we will see on that. Um, anyways, he had well, for the 29 minutes he played, he had 15 points, 2 blocks, 1 steal, 7 assists, 8 rebounds with 3 offensive rebounds. The only person that attempted free throw, 1 or 2 from the free throw. 7-11 from the field. So not too bad on that part. Chris Middleton with 12 points. Like I said, with the worst turnovers of 7, 1 steal, 9 assists. So near double double. 6 rebounds. 2 or 4 from three, which is not bad, and 5 or 8 from the field. Like his shooting wasn't that bad tonight. It's just really got to be taking care of the ball and try to dribble better. With Bert Lopez, most of his points just came from the first quarter anyway. 15 points, 2 blocks, 6 rebounds with 1 offensive rebound, 5 or 8 from three, and 5 or 9 from the field. Patrick Beverly led the team with 20 points, and I'm glad they had put him in the starting lineup. And that kind of helped a lot. And he was on the go. So, anyways, 20 points, 3 assists, 10 rebounds. So double double for him. 1 offensive rebound, 4 or 8 from three, and 8 of 13 from the field. Damian Lillard, well, he hasn't been taking that many shots lately, so kind of strange. But anyways, 12 points, 1 block, 1 steal, 5 assists, 3 rebounds with 1 offensive rebounds, 2 of 5 from three, and 5 of 11 from the field. Um, yeah, almost everybody played, but Garnari and Jay Crowder did not play. So this probably was something that they was thinking. Speaking of which, they talking about the game now. So Bobby Portis with led the bench with 15 points, 1 steal, 2 assists, 10 rebounds with 3 offensive rebounds, 1 to 2 from three, and 7 to 13 from the field. I can see a little bit they kind of shortened Pat Connaughton's minutes for like 20 instead of playing like 30 or 33 minutes. So I'm glad that's changed. But playing Malik Beasley, yeah, with 25 minutes, that's crazy. And it looked like they're increasing AJ Green's minutes more, so that's good. Just need to play Andre Jackson Jr. more. That's just my opinion on that. So yeah, final score 91 Boston, 104 Milwaukee. And the season series is tied, with each team winning on their home floor. It was kind of, we was hoping that this was going to happen. Although they didn't blow them out like they did in the January game, but at least, they was like in it to like win it. So glad about that. Let's recap the season series. Although the Bucks will have like, the advantage because they won the last game. So well, the records are going to be a little bit different. And like for them, it's like 3 games left, and there's no way that the Bucks going to catch up to the Celtics. So with the season series thing, it ain't going to matter now. But let's just recap it anyway. In November 22nd, Bucks lost to Boston Celtics in Boston on 116 to 119, so a close game. So it's just like with the Celtics, they was making like some fourth quarter comebacks when they play in Boston. Hold on. Other guys have to be ready. We do it all this year. We do a lot of adversity, coaching changes, lineup changes. You name it, we've been through it. So we're about to test the team. It's what it is. What's the concern level right now? I would say that, but these guys, I think everyone probably feels the same way as I do right now. So
We're just gonna hope for the best.
Giannis has been having truly an historic season. 30, 10, and over 60% from the floor has never been done before. They have 3 games left in the schedule, and we are sitting here wondering if they're going to have Giannis, not just for this playoff run, but because of where I'm not going to, it could maybe impact next year. What is going on in that locker room right now? And as a fan of Giannis, what do you think?
I think you're just waiting to see what the results are. Your mind can go everywhere of what's next, but if you're the Bucks, you're just hoping for the best. Obviously, anytime there's a non-contact injury, I think those are the scariest injuries. And if you're honest, you can see and you can tell on his face, something's really wrong.
Yeah,
29 years old, Jamal.
It's so unfortunate, no matter how it shakes out, because here's somebody who doesn't cheat the game. He puts all into the game. He maximizes every second he's working. He's driven to be the best.
well, he's working okay. So if it's just a sprain, maybe. But then, with Chris Middleton having like a whole bunch of strains and stuff, it probably take him, a while. But maybe with Giannis, it may take him a little bit quicker. If y'all remember from the, Atlanta game when he had that, I think it was almost the same injury, but yeah, he was just like he wasn't playing for like the, what was it, the last two games or something like that. Then they had that little like week rest when they was the Eastern Conference champions. Then, suddenly he was off. He was like had that game one off. Then after that, he was just like back to his form. So who knows? It depends on the players because sometimes they can probably come from this with no problem, but some of them is going to take like longer. So it all depends. But anyways, now to the January 11th game where they really blow them out. Bucks beat the Celtics 102 to 135. Then a few weeks ago, the Bucks lost to the Celtics. It was a close game as well, and like I said, they tried to come back in the fourth quarter, 119 to 122. Celtics won that one, and of course tonight's game, 104 to 91. Their next game will be tomorrow. They will go against Orlando for their final home game of the season. And they noted that I don't they didn't made it official yet, but some of the guys on broadcast was mentioning that the Bucks had clinched the second seed. So regardless of what happens, the rest of these next 3 games, they're still going to be the second seed. Now I guess it was other games that was going on that was a factor. So let's go to as y'all can see, well, for the division, that could be a little bit different. So yeah, so I wouldn't say that officially because Cleveland still got, the season series over them. So that can actually change. So at least tomorrow is a must win for them to clinch that second seed. So I don't know why they said that early on, but we already know they clinched the playoff berth. But we'll see. Yeah, 2 games away from the division. So they just gotta win tomorrow. So hopefully they do. Let's get to the full standings and talk about our sponsors, Art from the Heart. If you're interested in fan arts and drawings from comic books and stuff like that, check out Art from the Heart on Facebook. Another sponsor, Moving Dudes. If you're in Wisconsin or in Florida and you're trying to move within the states, you can give them a call to help you move. Call 414-807-4299 and ask for LaShawn and tell them Artrell sent you. And our new sponsor, Toy Dimension. If you're looking for like toys either for the kids or you're just a collector, if you like to, collect them and stuff like that. And they also sell comic books as well. So check that place out if you're in the Milwaukee area. It's 5928 West North Avenue. So check them out as well. And these sponsors are also sponsoring for, you know, the upcoming show that's gonna be coming out in July. So yeah, just check those guys off and show your support too. Okay, now let's try to get to the East standing. So all the games are all over now. So and like nobody played on Monday, so I would say yesterday. So nobody didn't play. Yeah, I kind of figure okay, the Knicks had moved up to third because most likely they play Chicago and they probably won. Ooh, Andre Drummond's hurt. That's not good. Um, well, this is interesting. Well, let's just talk about these standings. Boston Celtics, of course, they lost to the Bucks, of course, and they're in first. Still got the best record in NBA. Of course, the Bucks are in second. They clinched a playoff spot. Of course, they beat Boston. Number three is now the New York Knicks. It was Orlando, but since Orlando lost, the New York Knicks moved up, so they won their last two. They're in third. Orlando and Cleveland are tied record wise. Orlando with the advantage. Of course, they lost tonight. They're in fourth. Cleveland is in fifth. They lost their last three. Uh, Indiana Pacers, they're in six. They won their last three. So there's a possibility, you know, that all can change with like I said, the second seed can change too. Hopefully, you know, they win. At least it's a must win for them tomorrow, at least to clinch the second seed. Um, Philadelphia is in seventh. They won their last six. So yeah, that's something. You know, Philadelphia can move out of the play in too if they could. But we'll see how that goes. Miami, in the eighth seed, they won their last game. Um, of course, Chicago and Atlanta both clinched the play-in thing, so they're gonna be in the play-in, playing against each other most likely. But it could, you know, things can change with the home court advantage. Like, you know, Chicago lost their last two, and Atlanta lost their last three, and Chicago is a win ahead, and Atlanta got more losses than Chicago. So, you know, next few games can change some things. Of course, Boston, Toronto, Charlotte, Washington, and Detroit are eliminated from playoff contention, and Detroit seems like they got the most best odds to get the number one pick again. Yeah, and okay, this one is interesting too. The West. Of course, we know Minnesota, Denver, and Oklahoma did clinch their playoff spots. And so did the Clippers and Dallas. So we'll get to, you know, about the Clippers and Dallas in a sec. Minnesota won their last two. They're tied with Denver, which they won their last two as well. They're in second. Oklahoma City Thunder is in third. They won their last two. They all clinched like playoff contention, but right now they didn't clinch. You know, I think Denver and Oklahoma are in the same division. So and I think Minnesota is like on well, I don't think all three of them in the same division. So I kind of look at that. Clippers, they not only they clinched the playoff spot, but they also clinched the division, and they won their last four. They're in fourth. Dallas, they just clinched the playoff berth. They're in fifth. They won their last four. New Orleans Pelicans, they're in sixth. Won their last two. Phoenix dropped to seven. They lost their last two. Sorry. Sacramento Kings lost their last game, and Los Angeles Lakers, they of course lost their last two. and Golden State Warriors won their last two. So this like now here to here from like 5th through 10th, anything can change from, from now until Sunday. So things can change on that part. Houston, Utah, Memphis, Portland, and San Antonio are eliminated from playoff contention. So yeah, it's coming down to the wire now. Anyways, thank you guys for, watching on Twitch, and then I think it just went offline. So I apologize about that. Thank you guys that's listening on the podcast. So you can find Wrestling Fans Speak Out on the podcast or wherever podcast you listen to, like Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, and others. And please follow us on here and check out our past podcasts. And after you guys that's watching on YouTube, y'all know the drill. Please like the video; it'll help the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Trying to get to 400 subscribers at least by end of this month. Hopefully, we can get to 500 at least by the end of June. Check out our past videos. You like wrestling content, you like Milwaukee Bucks content, you will like this channel. So please check it out. So, and thanks for the support for the lower subscribers that's watching almost every day. So thank you guys. So we're going to get out of here. I think I will talk about tomorrow's game on Thursday instead of, talking about it tomorrow, because like I said, I'm going to tomorrow's game. Hopefully they win that one too. And yeah, hopefully I get that bobblehead. And I probably will show you guys on Thursday how the bobblehead looks. So we'll see. So until the next video, until the next podcast, you guys have a good one.